Hello to both of you. Thanks so much for taking the time today.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Jake, let's start with you. This role is like so disgusting, and yet it is such a juicy part for an actor, something you can really sink your teeth into, and you did. What parts of B were easy for you to get into, and what parts are kind of a little more challenging as an actor?
Well, the obvious part, I suppose, is like anything that had to do with his sexual attraction to children is you know, your brain shuts down as you like approach that. And so there's a real need to find ways as an actor really around that, to
Mhm.
place that with things, to understand that like as much as you want to be internally connected to things, looking at something too long, like there's any number of external things that a camera reads in a certain way that you don't need to be connected to what a pedophile feels for an audience to react to, and finding, at different times different gears to shift into, from a, for fear of sounding too grand, but like a craft standpoint, to go like, what tool do you use here to tell this story? Because I'm not going to use the same tool the whole way for my own mental health and for the health of anybody here. I don't want to think like that. So,
Right.
uh, it's, and that in itself is creatively fulfilling, to go like, I'm going to use every tool I've got. Like, wow, what a joy to get to use everything I've learned over some number of years to try to tell this story in a way that feels cohesive. Um, but yeah, that's the difficult part, and the easier part is attaching to a goal. To treat the kidnapping like a heist,
Sounds good.
as opposed to a sexual conquest. It's like rephrasing it in those terms makes it a little more accessible and a little safer, probably for myself and anyone involved.
Was there any need for you to have like a counselor on hand to kind of get you through some of those tougher moments?
The studio and network very thoughtfully like put their money where their mouth is, and had a therapist on set for anyone
Good.
who needed it, wanted it. And in a way, in the end of it all, I realized like part of the comfort in her being there, she's a wonderful person and so thoughtful and engaged. And part of the comfort was just knowing that there was a person there who had no horse in this race other than your being okay. That she has no other priority to the production. She's not saying we got to make our
Right.
days, we got to get this shot, it doesn't look right, it costs too much money. She's only there to go, how you doing? And like, even if you didn't be like, Kim, I need to speak with you right now, it's like the knowledge that she was there gave some comfort in trying to do our best to tell this story. I found it, at least.
And Leo, this story actually transports you back into the 70s. What is that immersion like, and how does that help the production overall?
Um, well, I'm honestly set dressing and wardrobe, makeup, everyone did this remarkable job at bringing us into that time and in that world. And then, separate from just the era, we had such access to very personal um, information from the real person's voice. And hearing their cadence and their like everything together, it was really easy, I think, to fall into that place and into that world because the team just did such an incredible job at you never question it.
Well, thank you guys both so much for talking with me today. Great job.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.